So the James Bond community figured out a way to continue James Bond without Sean Connery with Live and Let Die starring Roger Moore, a film I really do enjoy. So the next Bond film was super, they just wanted to get it up there, they just wanted to get their next Bond film, and then, so Roger Moore's second outing as the title character is The Man with the Golden Gun. Welcome back to my series of Bond films, guys. If you guys do not know, leading up to No Time to Die, now it has been pushed back to April of this year. It was November. That's why I took this series on hold. I've been reviewing every single James Bond film. I've done Dr. No all the way through Live and Let Die. So now we're talking about The Man with the Golden Gun. And of course, if you've not seen this film, spoilers, just all the spoilers, that is your warning. I talk about that Live and Let Die was a very fun Bond film, but nothing super special. This film is a complete, utter disaster for so many reasons. The script is one of the worst scripts of a Bond film ever. It's sloppy, it's confusing, there's so many plot holes, and there's so many problematic problems that they could have easily avoided if they would have just perfectly took a little time to just focus more on the script. The script is the most important part of your film. You make sure that story's good, you need to make sure the characters are strong, and you need to make sure the story is as tight and as putly together as it possibly can. And if somebody said that was working on this film or wrote the script or worked on the script that this is as best as it could have been, unless you had idiots that don't know what they're doing, this is not the best this could have been. This script is messy. The story is so stupid and full of so many holes that it's baffling that this film is as highly regarded as this. There's a lot of people who actually think The Man with the Golden Gun is a good movie. There is so many people who actually think this is a good, coherently made, coherently put together film, and it's not. It's not a disaster or anything, but going after Live and Let Die, which wasn't like a perfect Bond film or anything, but had its moments, had its interesting characters, had its good action sequences, a good villain. Now this film does have a good villain from Christopher Lee. He's easily the best part of this film. He's monarchical, he's snarky, he's just really overall great. And Roger Moore, for the most part of this film, is good. There's some decisions I don't like that they force him to do, and this is easily his worst performance, I would say. There's so many creepy and disgusting things that the filmmakers have Roger Moore do in this film, and you can even tell he's uncomfortable doing these things. It's really sad, and it's just really just kind of distasteful and just doesn't work for me personally. And the rest of the cast is okay. Nick Nack, the little henchman, is fun. The Bond girl, nothing to her, but does have some fair share moments. And the action sequences, why really lackluster and just kind of nothingness. This movie also has a boat chase, just like Live and Let Die did, but it just doesn't work. It goes on and on and on. Then it leads to a car chase, and there's just so many dumb, stupid moments. And you want to know the most dumbest, stupid moment, not just in this film, but in entire Bond film history. There is a magnificent stunt with a red car going, doing a twirl, the stunt. It's right here. They decided to add a bell whistle into the film, into the stunt. It went from this magnificent stunt to this cartoon, just horrendous, stupid choice. Whoever made that choice was an absolute idiot. You took a fantastic stunt and made it into a joke. And also, I'm not the massive fan of Sheriff Pepper. I find him annoying, I find him incoherent, I find him just doesn't really have to do anything with the story. I find him literally, utterly annoying. No shame to the actor or the writers and the people who put Sheriff Pepper together as a character, but I do not like him. Also, the title sequence song, The Man with the Golden Gun, is horrendous. I don't like it, and the rest of the film has terrible pacing. There's so many stretches of this film where it's just monotonous. You're just kind of bored, you just kind of sitting there being like, well, the story's not good, I'm not interested in the characters. Bond is doing some unquestionable things, so what am I supposed to connect with? There's nothing to connect with here. There's so much crap in this movie in terms of script and story that it just doesn't work. The finale between Christopher Lee's character and Roger Moore's character, James Bond, just doesn't work. It's hokey, it's stupid, and it's just, the entire finale just crumbles. The villain's plan is inconceivable and just horrendous, and the entire film tries to be dark, but also have that funny light tone that Live and Let Die balance pretty well. The movie is a lackluster pain to begin with. There's so many sequences that Bond is just thrust through. There's a scene where he fights a guy. There's a scene where he pretends to be Scalamander with adding a third nipple as Scalamander has, because that's just great storytelling right there. That third nipple, it really good storytelling. Whose idea was that? And granted, I have not read Ian Fleming's any of his novels, and if all this stuff I'm bickering is in his novel, let me know if it's any better and there. But as a film, it doesn't work. It's a film that is lackluster. It's kind of boring at times. The action sequences are monotonous. Christopher Lee is really good. Roger Moore at times does have some fun moments, but the story and the script are flat, wooden, and dull, and just doesn't put together as tightly and as strongly a story as I would want to, and the characters are really dull and bland. Even James Bond, which should be the most exciting and most awesome character in the film, but it doesn't work. The visuals are quite stunning, and Scaramander's hideout or island type thing is quite amusing, and the sets and direction and production values all fantastic. But the story, the characters, the script, every single thing that needs to be tightened and needs to be as best as it could be is not very good here. And I'm going to give The Man with the Golden Gun a D+. I don't think it's a terrible film. I really don't. But there's so many moments in this film that don't really work. So those are my thoughts on The Man with the Golden Gun. What do you think of us? Know our thoughts down in the comments below. If you guys like this video, you can hit the like button and subscribe and the post notification bell so you know when I upload another video. And if you guys like this, and like me talking about Bond and fun stuff and nerdy culture, I do run a podcast I do every other Tuesday with a friend of mine. It's called the Movie View Podcast, and you guys can check out my Instagram at GeneralScoreDaniel77. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. General out.